Welcome, lovely Scorpio, to your general timeless reading. I will begin your reading with crystal and turban seashell scrying, symbolic cards, tarot, and oracle cards as divinely guided. And I also have a charm or charms for you as well. Okay, lovely Scorpio, let's go ahead and roll and see what Spirit has in store. Holy Spirit, Holy Divine, all who are with me in the highest divine realms of love and truth, I ask that you please give me clear understanding, clear communication and interpretation skills to bring forth the most loving information that Scorpio needs to know most. Please, Spirit, thank you. What would you like to tell? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, who is Scorpio? Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. So, Scorpio, what I'm seeing is you're coming through as if you are laying on your back in supine position on a bed. It's kind of like you have both of your hands behind your head. Both eyes are open, which tells me that, and the way that they're squinted, okay, they're not open wide. It's like you're contemplating something, okay. But here's the odd thing. It's like in the center of your forehead, it's like there is a split. Now, this is only symbolic. Do not let this scare you. I will interpret it in just a moment. But it's like within this split, um, it's like I can see inside your skull, okay? And I'm not seeing the brain, which is telling me not being able to think or focus clearly, okay? And something else that's very strange to me is you don't have a nose and you don't have a mouth. Now, the mouth is about communication. So that could just be simply saying that you're not feeling heard about a situation. Could be something to where, try to explain yourself to someone or try to tell someone how you feel and you feel like someone's not hearing you. Or it could also mean, like you're trying to um, voice your opinion, get someone, like if you're trying to get a job, trying to get them to recognize, like by calling every day and checking on that application. But it's almost like it doesn't, you feel like it's not getting you anywhere. But it is something about communication here. Now, the fact that you don't have a nose, that's symbolic to me for senses. Spirit is bringing me right here to this deck already. Okay, so I'm going to have to skip the normal process and go to the cards, but I'm going to finish explaining this first. So it's about your senses. So it's kind of like your senses, your intuition, you may feel is a little off in the near future. Do not let that scare you, okay? Because I'll tell you why. In your bed, you are covered and surrounded by stuffed animals. Now, stuffed animals for me usually mean some form of security, like a security blanket. And since there's so many, this could be many different forms of security. It could be different projects, different jobs, side hustles. If it's not anything that has to do with finances, it could be matters of the heart. It could be crafts that you're wanting to create and you don't know where to begin. But there's something here going on where it's like there's many things that could be security for you. However, it's almost like at being at a stuck or stagnant point to where you don't know where to move from now. Like from right here, how do you move forward? How do you gain the stability and security from all these different things that you have, in your life? Okay. These could be simply ideas that uh, maybe you've thought about starting, but because where I'm not seeing that you're being able to focus in the near future, it's almost like thinking and thinking and thinking and trying to figure out a way to get something going from you, like let's say for an example, you've got 10 different options, like you've got 10 different jobs you've wanted to start, for so many years, or you've started on different side hustles, and you have to, for whatever reason, keep putting them on the back burner. Before you know it, you've got all kinds of different projects here going, but none of them are completed. Or you haven't been able to take action on any of them, but you've had the ideas. And it's like you're just really racking your brain, like, how can I get this going? And it's like not getting the clarity that you need at this time. And again, it could just be something simple, like, not like feeling like you can't focus at this time in the near future. But if it's not an issue of focus, it's just telling me, Scorpio, that there may be a time of just feeling like there's more steps that are needed to get you to where you want to go, but you just don't know clearly how to get there. What steps are they, right? So let's go ahead. Spirit's wanting us to go to this deck and skip the symbolic cards. So Spirit of Holy Divine, what would you like to tell Scorpio, please? What guidance? Thank you. Five of Swords. Okay. So that's telling me headbutting right here. Okay. So right off the bat, there's some kind of headbutting. Now, that could be some kind of conflict that is internal. Again, I am seeing that split at your forehead. So it could be internal conflict, or it could, all those stuffed animals could mean family situations. It could be, job offers and problems with different jobs that you might have. I know people that work several different jobs. Myself, I always work 2 or 3 jobs. I always had my foot in the door at multiple places. So, if I lose one job, there's no worry, right? But I know a lot of people that have lots of different jobs and lots of different side hustles going on, for that reason. But there's definitely some kind of conflict or headbutting here, whether it's with people, places, or situations. Okay. And it could be a mixture of all the above. Spirit, give me more. What is this? Okay. Thank you. So I was going to ask, hang on, they just fell on the floor. I was going to ask, what is the Five of Swords? Okay. So let me ask Spirit. Okay. Just to make sure. Reverse or upright? Upright. Reverse or upright? Upright. Okay. And Spirit wants to start with this one. I felt a very large electrical jolt. Okay. So Five of Swords. So there's some kind of headbutting here. Oh, we have Queen of Cups and High Priestess. Okay. There's definitely someone here. Okay, Scorpio, some of you. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, okay. Which one is Scorpio? Queen of Cups or the High Priestess? Which one is Scorpio? Okay, Spirit says you're coming through as the Queen of Cups. Okay, so it's like there is someone in your energy here, Scorpio, that you are getting ready to be, that you may be feeling some kind of headbutting going on here. Okay, Spirit, give me more about this, please. So again, this could be family, this could be co-workers, friends. It could be an actual situation itself. Okay, it could be a job. This High Priestess could be a job. Okay, let's see. Knight of Swords. Okay, so it's definitely something that happens. It's kind of like rushing in. Some kind of headbutting, just rushing in really quick. Or for some of you, this High Priestess energy, whomever or whatever this may be for you. This is a general reading, so it's going to be different for each of you. But whomever or whatever this High Priestess is for you or is going to be, it's going to come in very fast towards you. Now, I'm not saying fast towards you to headbutt. I'm saying coming into your energy. So let's say, for an example, the High Priestess for you is meaning a new job. Okay. It's just saying that this new job is going to be offered to you from the time that you see this very quickly. Okay, that's all that's saying. Okay, Spirit, give me more, please. Tell me more. What is this Five of Swords, Queen of Cups, and High Priestess? What's going on here? So we know it's coming in quickly. What's going on here? Thank you. Okay. Reverse or upright? Reverse. So we have the Sun in reverse. And let's see. Okay. The Knight of Wands, reverse or upright? Upright. Okay. And 10 of Wands. Okay. So give me just a second. Okay, so I'm feeling like here. Yeah, because you see here, we have the Five of Swords and the Sun in reverse. So you got headbutting here. You know, the Sun, that's about being childlike. It's, just complete fulfillment, happiness, abundance, everything that's just absolutely pleasant and happy, okay? It's also about, healing or taking the journey towards healing, but it's in reverse. So I feel like, see, the Knight of Wands, that's about adventure, going on a brand new adventure, not worried about how something's going to end up, not worried about, like if you go to climb a mountain, not worried about what's on the other side of that mountain, but enjoying the journey climbing up the mountain, right? And trusting that once you get to the top, then you know that something amazing is going to work out. It's just the journey itself is going to be absolutely fun. It's something that you're going to go after, something that's your heart, right? It makes your heart sing. And so it's a beautiful journey. But then we have the 10 of Wands here. It's like carrying a very heavy burden. And for some of you, it could be carrying someone else's burdens along with your own. So I feel like what's happening here. Wait, let me ask for one more. Spirit, give me one more. Tell me about this 10 of Wands. What's this 10 of Wands and Knight of Swords? What's this 10 of Wands and Knight of Swords? Thank you. Okay, we have the 8 of Wands. And the 8 of Cups. Okay, so we have the 8 of Wands and the 8 of Cups. Some of you may be seeing the number 888 or 88. But anyways, okay, so the 8 of Wands and the 8 of Cups is clarifying the Knight of Swords. So let's back up. So there's definitely some kind of headbutting conflict. Could be internal, but I feel like it's both. Scorpio, I feel like there's internal conflict. You don't know what to do in situations here. And at the same time, you have things coming towards you quickly. It's almost a feeling of like so many things, because there were so many stuffed animals, so many things coming at. And the high priestess can be mystery. Okay. It's almost like so many things come towards you just out of the blue that you're not expecting really fast. So again, people, places, situations. And it makes you feel like it's almost like losing yourself in a sense. Like you don't know which direction to turn. Yeah, that's what I'm getting here with the Sun in reverse under the Five of Swords. It's almost like this internal conflict with all this responsibility. Because I'm feeling like, because under the Queen of Cups is the Knight of Wands. Okay, so the Queen of Cups is the energy that Spirit's saying is representing you for this purpose, for this reading. Okay, you are going to want to be in this Knight of Wands energy. Like you're going to want to go explore and go and do all the stuff. However, you feel like it's almost like feeling lost, don't know what direction to go because there's so many responsibilities. And it's like you feel like these responsibilities cannot, it's like they're blocking you from going on some kind of adventure with your life, from following your heart and your happiness, keeping you from doing what makes your heart sing. And then, yeah, we've got 8 of Wands. It's like stuff just really coming in very fast. And again, Knight of Swords, very fast moving energy. 8 of Wands is very fast moving energy, but also it's about communication. Now, 8 of Wands, this could be some very fast communication coming in. Okay. Now remember, you didn't have a mouth, Scorpio, in the beginning, right? You may have felt like your senses were off a little bit or going to, but there's some kind of fast communication, fast, super fast energy coming into your energy some way, somehow. That's going to cause you to want to walk away. Okay, tell me more. Tell me more about this 8 of Wands and 8 of Cups, please, for Scorpio. It's going to want to make you walk away. Chariot, I cannot make this up. The Chariot, that's leaving like a city, leaving something behind, and it's also very fast moving energy. Some of you may be moving very soon. Okay. At the time that you see this, you may already be thinking you want to move. You may be wondering, should you move? I'm going to get clarity on this for you, but it's definitely, it's almost like being in a situation here where there's just like, just for an example, there's like 10 different situations, just almost like craziness, just something's happening here and something's happening here, like all in one household or something like that. Okay. All this stuff happening. And then it's like, it feels like it strips you of who you are, your happiness, your fulfillment. Like you can't be, you feel like you can't be yourself because of all these responsibilities. And then some kind of communication, something happens quickly. This could be communication with someone else, like someone telling you, hey, I've got the answer for you. That could be coming in very quickly. It could be a job offer somewhere else that you know if you move and you take that job, it's going to help because you are going to be walking away here. Okay. So you may realize that, hey, wait a minute. If I take this new job, in another state, it's going to help relieve me of most of these responsibilities and I'll be able to be myself again. Wow. Okay. Please give me more. Tell me about this Chariot for Scorpio. Tell me about this Chariot, please, for Scorpio. So yeah, the stuffed animals, those are responsibilities. Responsibilities, but also something that gives you security some way, somehow. It could be peace. It could be things that, again, it could be bringing some kind of income in. If it's not that, it just could be, one thing could be a job. One thing could be happiness. One thing could be love. You see what I'm saying? It could be a mixture of things. Okay. Reverse or upright? Upright. Okay. Queen of Swords, you're going to find clarity here. This is clarification for the Chariot card. You're gonna see something clearly, okay, with the Queen of Swords. You're gonna receive some kind of communication here. And you're gonna walk away. Someone may say something to you, or you may, Because remember, you don't have a mouth. You feel like you're not being heard. That could be what it is too. It could be that you feel like no one's hearing you. I'm sensing agitation here, Scorpio. I'm seriously sensing agitation from you. Feeling like you're not being heard, trying to explain something to someone, or to say something. And it's like, it's almost like a situation of, after time and time again, trying to tell someone something, and you feel like, okay, this person is not listening, and this is important to me, and I need to get their attention. So this time, I'm going to be a little louder. That's what I'm getting, that I'm getting agitation with it. And it's going to be to the point of where you end up walking away, moving for many of you. Now, if it's not physically moving, like from one city to somewhere else, then it could be like some kind of emotional move. You could still be in the same household with other people, just remove yourself emotionally from the rest of the household. You know, a lot of people do that, you know, for income purposes, you know, like if you have a roommate and you're not getting along with the roommate, but sometimes we have to release ourselves from other people's energies and still stay in the same household until we can figure out a way to move somewhere else, right? Until we can get the finances up to do so. It could be a situation like that for some of you, but with the Queen of Swords, you're definitely going to gain clarity on this situation. Yeah. Okay, Spirit, tell me more. Tell me about this Chariot. Oh, Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Queen of Pentacles. This is Capricorn energy. This could be a Capricorn that is coming through as this High Priestess energy with the headbutting. This could be somebody very intuitive as well, that you feel like you're overburdened. If this is an actual Capricorn, it is a Capricorn energy, but if it's actual Capricorn, I can say as a Capricorn sun myself, you may feel, because I know a lot of times as a Capricorn, I intimidate people and I don't mean to. That's never my intention, but I do, and it could be something like that as well. If you are dealing with a Capricorn, you may feel intimidated. You may feel like you're expected to have all these responsibilities or take care of a lot of responsibilities. That's what I'm getting with that. Now, that's not going to be for everyone. Okay, I understand that. But there's someone here. This is not representing you. This is representing whatever this High Priestess energy would be. Okay. Now, the Queen of Pentacles, the Capricorn, they are builders, right? This may be a situation, Scorpio, where a High Priestess is either coming into your energy or is in your energy at the time of viewing this, okay? And whether it's a Capricorn or not, it's Capricorn energy. This person could have a lot of Capricorn in their chart if they don't have Capricorn sun, okay? This person may be coming in intimidating and may not realize they are, but they are. And it may make you feel lost, make you feel like you can't be yourself. You can't be your adventurous happy self. And it may be a situation where you feel like it like this person comes into your, you know what a good example of this would be like, let's say you start going to college, okay, and every class that you have is with this same person who would be representing the high priestess and this queen of pentacles, the Capricorn, okay. So let's say every single class, that same one person is in, is like right there sitting beside you. Okay. You can't get away from this person. And it's like you end up headbutting with this person. And it happens quickly because it's like, school starts and boom, you have to go to class. That person has to show up. It all happens fast. And you don't feel like you have a say so because, if it's a school situation, you really don't, unless you want to go move and change classes, right? Because there's something about this person that's very intimidating, whether they mean to be or not. You don't feel comfortable. You don't feel like you can be yourself all the way. Okay. I feel like that's the main thing here. You just don't feel like you can be yourself around a certain person or situation that's going to ultimately result in you walking away and moving. You're going to see something clearly and move. Okay. Anything else with this, Spirit? Okay. Not with that. Now, let me see if Spirit has any more advice for you before we close here, Scorpio. Anything else? No, no, no. Okay. Let's go ahead and get a symbol of what we have. Oh, look at this. See, Spirit is handing you a heart with love. It says love. I don't know if it can pick it up. I'm trying to get it to, but it's a hand holding a heart that says love. Always remember, Scorpio, first of all, you have a huge, huge loving heart, okay? But Spirit's saying, hey, I'm handing you, Scorpio, a huge heart full of love. Okay. So it's like Spirit wanting you to understand you are so loved. Spirit hears you. Just because someone else maybe doesn't hear you, or you feel like someone else doesn't hear you, doesn't mean that's true, Scorpio. Okay. But always remember, regardless, Spirit does hear us. Okay. All right. I'm going to leave you there with that. Scorpio, I wish you the best on this situation. And as always, my friends, find your miracle in everything because I assure you, you will find it. Much love.